What's up, guys? Let's think about this. Trump wants to be the president now. Trump actually wants to start saying he's the president. He's the one in charge. He's the one that's going to dictate whether or not the country reopens or not. It's going to be the hardest decision he's ever made, according to him. Um, let's think about that, right? When this first started, this coronavirus thing, he was saying that all these cities and states and counties, they're all local people. They are in charge. You remember everything he was saying about that? That he's not in charge of nothing like that. He's not a clerk. The federal government isn't a clerk. They're like the backup plan. So when this let's really think about this, guys. Remember when this first started, he was saying that all the governors and mayors of their local cities and states are responsible to keep up the stockpile of all these ventilators and stuff like that, and and he was the one. He wasn't sure if he should shut down the country or not, but now he wants to have full authority to open it. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but some governors from the East Coast and some governors from the West Coast kind of got together behind his back. Well, obviously, I think they actually did let Trump know and the White House know what they were doing. But the way Trump came out in his speech, he said that he has full authority. He's the president. He's the one sole in charge of the one that can reopen the government here and the economy. And I really understand the mindset of people who want to open up the economy because like I told you guys in my last video, the government here is going to be helping you guys out a lot. I don't know how many people have received that check or stimulus package or something like that, compared to how many big old corporations and stuff like that have already got bailed out. They already received their money, and the citizens here in the United States haven't received maybe not even 10% of what they were supposed to get. So that's a different story. But we're talking about who's going to open up the government and why they should open it up, right? And I think it's tricky for me. I really don't know where I stand on this. I know this is a really hard, decision to make, because on one hand, you want to open up the country, and right now we're sitting like at 22,000 deaths right now. So, if they were to open it up and this thing keeps spreading again, I mean, people are going to get fired if they do something like that, when you start to look at it like that, and I know hindsight and is always 2020, try to be the Monday morning quarterback and stuff like that. I know you always know the truth, but like you said, when you're going through this, it's a very hard decision to make. I can like kind of understand where Trump is coming from that perspective, but I want people not to forget what he was saying when this first started. He was saying that he's not in charge. He's not the one that's going to be in control of this stuff. It's going to be up to the states and local governors and stuff like that. And now Cuomo wants to open up New York, and he's trying to say that Trump's absurd when he's trying to say that he has full authority, only the president can open it up. So, what's going to come out of all this is are they going to open up the country? Is Trump going to get mad? Is he going to send some sort of federal government people over there, and it's going to be a state, local, federal fight to find out who is going to be able to open up their country, their part of the country, and all that. It's kind of weird, right? Kind of tricky times right now when you have a president who first didn't want to have nothing to do with this and appointed Mike Pence to the Corona Task Force team, and he just was like, person who kind of just spoke openly about the whole thing. But whenever he personalizes the situation and gets attacked by the media, I mean, he goes crazy, So I can understand why he didn't want to be the main focal point of speaking on this. I can understand that, but the fact that at first when he was saying he was just, the federal government is like the plan B or C, but now he wants to be the main dog, the main person. Now he wants to be the president and open up the country, right? So what is it? Are you the main president or are you not? Are you responsible for this or are you not? It feels like he only wants to take responsibility when it's something that's pro. Anything that's con, anything bad that he has to do, he doesn't want to be the face of that. So, the people will continue to love him. Whoever loves Trump, I understand that. But I'm just trying to tell you guys understand and try to remember how he was talking before all this was even going on. At first, it was a hoax. It was going to go by. It was nothing serious. And now it's the most hardest decision he'll have to make in his whole life. So, the man is confused. He doesn't really know what he's doing out there as the president of the United States. So I kind of encouraged our states to kind of do their own thing, especially if you realize how good the California did. You could use that as an example. California did a great job, I know there's little pockets and things everywhere in California, but there's not a huge rise like there was in New York, even though New York kind of started early too. I think maybe because it's more of a dense area, but what do you guys think? Should Trump have full authority to open up this country, or should states and local people be able to, figure out what they want to do locally and statewide? Because that's the way Trump, basically made it earlier, and when this first started, that's the way he labeled the situation. That everyone kind of on their own state's gonna have to take care of their own stuff. They should be stockpiling everything. So what do you guys think? You think he has full authority? You think he's the one and only that person that can say when this country can open? Or you think state, local people should be able to do whatever they want, because they have the same information that the president does? So let me know what you guys think. Prayers out to everyone. Stay safe, stay clean, and remember, continue to help yourself, continue to help your neighbor, and continue to stay positive in a time like this. All right, guys? So prayers up to everyone. Stay good, stay up, and God bless.